Hi guys, you are listening to the Carter Strength podcast. If you enjoy this show, don't forget to give it a share. Ioan, how's it going?
Yeah, good.
Thanks for coming on. Carter Strength podcast, episode 1, start of a new era.
Start of new year.
Thanks for coming on.
First guest.
Yeah, I'm quite nervous about this. How you feeling?
Yeah, I can tell on you you've been nervous.
So I've been thinking to myself before we started today, what's the first question that I ask all my guests? So I'm probably going to ask you, if you were invisible, what would be the first thing that you did?
If I was invisible, what? Invisible for a day or just invisible?
Nah, like for the day, like for that, like, so you got like a 2-hour stint.
2-hour stint of being invisible.
Someone makes you invisible.
I'd go and stand next to a cash machine.
Yeah.
And watch everyone put their PIN codes in.
Yeah.
And then I could swipe all the cards and just fly through and just be unlimited rich then. Well, depends how much they got in there. It depends how much they got in their bank account.
What cash machine are you going to go to?
HSBC one, I think.
Where do you live?
Around Newtown. Yeah, stay away from Newtown.
People in Newtown.
No, definitely not. No.
Why do you just go to a bank? Wouldn't it be just go to a bank?
Don't keep cash in the bank anymore, do they? It's all.
Don't they?
I don't think so. No.
Sure they do.
Not
you see
much.
those people like with they got those vans, haven't they? They they got like a security thing and there's
Yeah, but that's for post office, isn't it? Probably go to a post office and steal all the money from
Go
a post
to
office.
the post
Just to pay off all my loans, I think. Once I've done that, I'll be fine.
Don't start talking about that. Yeah. So give me a bit of background about yourself for the listeners, the millions of listeners that we've got listening to this show. Tell everyone who's Ioan, the Welsh farmer.
Yeah, that Welsh farmer. So I'm a 5th generation farmer in mid Wales, Carno area. Sheep, cattle, and just fresh into free range chickens. So
That's cool.
yeah, took over when I was 20 years old. 31 now, so I've been running the farm for 11 years.
Have you got any brothers and sisters?
Older sister, so she's got 2 holiday lets.
That's cool.
She does her own thing, and then I got a younger sister who helps me in the hen house. She's like the main
Class.
egg grader and stuff. Yeah, so
I love seeing that, like 5th generation farmer. It's cool to see. And you've got little ones.
Yeah.
You've got a little one. You've got one little one, right?
got one little one. Yeah, got Griff. He's be 3 in November, and then I got another little one on the way.
It's exciting.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Mate, that jump from 1 to 2, no one prepares you for it.
No.
So,
Griff has just decided he likes to do forward rolls. So it was bedtime last night, actually. It was 8:15, and he just goes, I would like to do some forward rolls, please. So then he's just forward rolls on the bed for like half an hour. I'm like, what is going on here?
like that time of the day when you finish work and you come home and you just want to have that cup of tea, chill, put Netflix on, and then the kids
are just mental.
Want to do forward. Oh, it's a tough time, isn't it?
Yeah. But going back to my farm, I never ever wanted to be a farmer.
Did you?
So 14, 15, 16, keep me away from the farm, wanted to sit in my bedroom, play on the PlayStation.
Hey, I was exactly the same.
Hated it. And my dad would be like, "Oh, go feed the cows, go feed the sheep," and it would just be a chore.
It's weird. I was literally exactly the same.
Hated
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and like I thought, talk to women, not a chance. And no, I tried, but they wouldn't talk back to me.
That surprises me. That does.
Well, I wasn't this.
You're like the most confident man that I've ever met.
I didn't used to be. So didn't want anything to do with farming. Went to 6th form. I wanted to be a primary school teacher, like 5 to like 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, when they're not annoying, but they don't know too much.
Yeah.
That kind of, I can't argue back with it.
Yeah.
So I would teach them, but then my dad got prostate cancer, diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he couldn't do the farming anymore. Like he lost a lot of strength. He was going through treatment, operations, and whatever. And he said to me, "Right, you're gonna have to start running the farm because I can't do it." So then I dropped out of. I finished 6th form, failed it because I was on the farm the entire time. I wasn't in 6th form. I did my exams, but that was it. And tried that for a year, and he said after a year, right, you can either carry on or I think I have to sell up or rent it out.
Shit, it's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, so that was when I was 20.
That's That's mad.
He just bought a new pickup as well, so I was pretty buzzing because I got to drive around in the brand new. So I think he bribed me with a new pick. He's like, you can have the keys to the pickup if you want.
He's played that quite well, isn't he? It's a good car to play to it. Is it the same pickup you got today? Or is that,
no. I bought that one myself. That was my... When did I buy that? 2020.
God, I was exactly the same as you. Like, I remember when I was about 14, 15, or 14 definitely, like, just loved playing PlayStation. Like, didn't want to go out.
Just loved it.
My dad would be out, like, just, working, and like, I know he was looking at me like, get off that bloody machine. Then it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of need to like grow up for yourself, I think.
Yeah, and like, I think I'll do it a bit different with my son. Not that my dad did it wrong. He had way more stock back then. He was just running around all over the place, so he couldn't physically get around all the jobs, so he needed me to do the jobs, but I didn't want to, so I felt as if I was being forced to do it.
I got you.
So then I picked up a resentment for doing the jobs, if that makes any sense. So I've gone a more way with Griff. He wants to be out on the farm all the time, but if you want to come out, you can. If you don't want to, because I'm not as, like, I know I've got more animals. I got 34,000 animals running around the farm, but they're all in a more confined space, so it's not as hard of a job.
Yeah,
I would say, as my dad was doing back then.
Yeah, I think like my dad's quite old school as well. I don't think he knew how to tackle it either. When I was playing PlayStation, he just kind of said, "Oh, fuck it, just leave him to it."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just like, "Oh, I'll do it without him."
Because it was that new. They never had it, did they? And then all the gaming stuff come out for our age range, and then we had the boom of it. And then I think it's
back then it was good, though, wasn't it?
Oh, unbelievable.
What was your go-to games to play?
What was I? Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Call of Duty 4. I was.
Slap.
Yeah.
I remember Grand Theft Auto.
I was never allowed Grand Theft Auto.
Oh no,
no, no, never allowed them.
I remember when I first had a PlayStation, I probably was about 13 years old, and we were in games, isn't it? And my mum asked me what game I wanted. I picked up Grand Theft Auto. She didn't even look at the game. Started playing it. Like, she saw me playing it one day. I remember, like, used to do like sniper shots, and you used to take people's heads off. Looking back,
at 13 years old.
Like steal cars and. Terrible. Like, what you could do with that game.
Unbelievable.
Good game, though.
Very good game.
Have you still got a PlayStation?
PlayStation 5 I've got now.
Oh, you got the fancy one.
Yeah. I bought a 65-inch TV. So we bought a house. Me and my wife bought a house 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And she's bought everything for the house, all the furniture, everything, nothing to do with me. But I bought the TV and the PlayStation 5 and stuck it on the wall and saying, "This is where it's going. This is my one thing." So if we ever split up, I won't have anything except a 65-inch TV and a PlayStation.
That's all you need, mate. That's all you need. And a fridge, maybe. And
a camping chair.
Clap. I'm proper tempted to get it, like a PlayStation 5 now, but I know like my productivity levels are just going to go like down the pan and things like that, and my missus is going to hate me for a few days, but I don't know, I just need that one moment of weakness. I think I'm going to get it. Right?
Yeah, but you're flat out now as well with your new gym, aren't you? So,
but it's even more of a reason, isn't it? Switch off, like, wind down.
I don't know how you have time to switch off.
You can't say anything, you're busier than me.
Well, no, I'm really good at looking busy. It's one of my many talents is I can look busy. Just carry around a bucket. If you carry around a bucket around the farm, nobody ever questions anything because they think you've got to be doing something because you've got a bucket in your hands. Never walk around empty-handed. So you should just walk around your gym with like a clipboard, and everyone will think you're ticking stuff off and you're fine.
That's it's like a power of social media, isn't it? Like, people think you can make. I refer to myself as a bit of a duck. Like, people see a duck from the outside, it just glides on the rivers and then underneath they're flapping like fuck. That is what my life is like at the minute. Like, just a bit of a duck.
That is perfect because when I arrived here this morning, it's just, everything was just flapping.
Everything's winged and off the cuff. Like, you've turned up today. We've got, what have we got? Katie sorted this last minute. We've got like a plastering table it's a bit of a shambles. I haven't got any questions lined up by the way, so this is all off the cuff.
It's more authentic though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you like the power of social media. Everyone's really good at pretending to look busy on social media. So I can do 3 or 4 stories a day, which make me look like I'm absolutely swamped in work. But actually, I'm doing the story and going back into the house and having a cup of coffee.
Playing PlayStation.
Yeah, still playing PlayStation. Do you know what I mean? But you can't believe it. Like, there's so many people there on social media that are just...
Yeah.
So I've got this staff in the chicken shed. I've got a couple of lads
That's cool.
with the sheep and the cows. But if I'm away from the farm for a few days, then everything kind of grinds to a halt.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people on social media, if they're going on doing this farming. If they left the farm, it would make no difference to that productivity at all.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I try and show on my social media is, like, the real life.
So I think that's why people like you, people follow you. Like, that's why...
I thought it was my looks. I thought it was my dashing good looks.
I don't think it's that.
Damn it.
It's that.
I have to retire. I quit then.
It's that authenticity, isn't it? I think, like, you say how it is. Like, Clarkson's farm, obviously, that's quite similar in the fact. I think Jeremy Clarkson does a good job of, like, showing the true side of farming. You know, like, I think the first year I think he made like 400 quid, or he lost 400 quid, and like all the year, like they worked. And you like quite do similar thing. I've seen like you share like some of the shit stories behind the scenes and stuff, and people relate to it, don't they?
Yeah, I think you've got to as well, because then it makes other people realise that they're not the only one like struggling.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know, you've been on the farm and stuff. Not everything is perfect and pretty and shiny. I know you got a nice shiny shed now, but you know, you see it, and everyone's like, oh well, why am I like that? Why isn't mine like that? But it's good to show the bad, to let other people know that you're not alone.
Yeah, I think there's a good movement happening, like in the agricultural space now, where people are showing the real side, and the people from the towns and the cities who don't have any clue, they're realizing and opening their eyes to what it is like behind the scenes, because it's not all, you know, like what you see in like Cocomelon or something like that, where like old MacDonald had a farm and then he had the chicken and it's a bit different, isn't it?
And it's good as well, like you've branded this, your business is Cattle Strength, and it's helping people from outside of the agricultural community like come in and understand, and I see you do a run around the farm kind of thing. So it's you've diversified your farm, but you're bringing people in to the farm as well, which is what's really needed. Yeah,
that's important to me. Like, the plan is to take that further and have like farm fitness classes and, you know, like Wales' fittest farmer competitions, and just try and promote like this. There's a massive element, in my opinion, it's proven, between physical health and mental health and how it affects. And there's a massive proven statistic that, you know, farmers and people in the agricultural space, it is a high percentage of people that do struggle with mental health. So I think, you know, they do go hand in hand, and it's something that is quite important to me, and, you know, it's quite close to my heart then, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's how we first met, wasn't it, really? Because I got really ill. And then I messaged you like a few months later, like, I'm struggling, I need some help.
Do you wanna we go into that?
Yeah, no problem at all.
So, like, well, talk the listeners through what happened. Obviously I know because you reached out, but, you know, tell what happened from the start.
Yeah, so what we're in now, 2024, 2023. The start of 2023 was really bad for me, financially and mentally. So the price of eggs had crashed, and everything, and it cost me about 1.5 million to build the chicken shed.
Wow.
So I'm like paying the bank back a lot of money and all that, and the egg price crashed, and interest rates went up, so my bank repayments went up, and I just and then I started lambing, and obviously lambing you don't get much sleep and all that, so I did that, and I can remember it was a Friday morning. My mate had been diagnosed with testicular cancer, so he was going through chemotherapy. I had bright blonde hair, and there was a sheep. Something happened on the farm. There was a sheep running around the field, and I just caught the sheep, pulled the lamb, and then I went, "This is it. I've done." So I went straight to the hairdressers, shaved all my hair off. Oh, wow. So I went to a complete skinhead, which made me feel a little bit better. And then just carried on. I was like, oh, I've just got to get through farm, got to get through lambing. And then the end of May, I was about to go on holiday. Going on holiday on the Friday. Went to the doctor's. I've had a headache, feeling dizzy, feeling sick and whatever. Went to the doctor's at 3:30. At 4:45, they put me in an ambulance and I was blue lighted to Aberystwyth with diagnosed with suspected meningitis. And then they put all these, everything, painkillers and morphine and antibiotics and everything into my veins. Yeah, and then I was in the ICU then for a week, and then another 10 days on a ward just on antibiotics and painkillers. With meningitis. And it's just from having that bit of a mental breakdown, my brain just shut down, and being tired from lambing, all the fatigue just built up.
Was that linked? Do you think that was one of the what might have helped cause it, or not?
Yeah, so everyone's got meningitis, the meningitis virus in their body.
Have they?
So there's meningitis in there. Everyone's got it in you, but then something triggers it, and then it comes out.
Wow.
So I was stressed, tired, a little bit of a cold, all on my body, my immune system down, triggered the meningitis bug.
God, scary.
Here we go. Yeah. The doctor said on the Saturday, I was in another world. I didn't know where I was. So it must have been the Saturday after, I think. They said, if you hadn't come in on the Friday, you probably would have been dead by Saturday morning.
That's frightening, isn't
which would have been like a stroke or an aneurysm, because meningitis is the membrane around your brain that protects it from the skull gets infected and swells. So it's just crushing your brain from the outside in. So it's just squishing on your brain.
That's frightening.
Horrendous.
Frightening. I saw some pictures of you in ICU and stuff, and you.
I went in at 101 kilos and I came out at 92.
That's insane. Insane.
In what was that? 15 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So when you walked out, how did you feel walking out? Like, you just
horrendous.
Trained,
I reached out to you. It must have been about November, December time, I think. Yeah. So I come out of hospital in June, and then I could do like an hour's work and then just be knackered, and then an hour's work and knackered. I didn't want to. I had no motivation to do anything. Really, really struggled. Just felt tired all the time.
It's mad that this all happened to you as well when you were going through that tough time where the bank repayments were high and
everything went
when it rains it pours, isn't it?
Yeah, everything just went complete mess.
Shit the bed.
So then, I thought, well, I was sitting in the house one day, miserable. I had nothing. I didn't want to go outside. Didn't want to do nothing. So I was like, I've got to do something to get, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I look terrible. I'm just wallowing in my own self-pity. Yeah. I've got to do something. So that's when I messaged you,
Yeah, I appreciate that, by the way. Thanks for reaching out.
No, it's no problem. I've been following you for a while on whatever and seeing what you were doing. So I thought, if one man can help me to get, just to get me moving.
Yeah.
And it's completely changed, who I am from. I've completely...
And, you've massively turned around now. You're unofficially
ridiculous.
Wales' fittest farmer now, is that right?
Yeah, unofficially Wales' fittest farmer.
Yes. But second year in a row? No. First.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unbelievable. So I can't thank you enough.
No,
really.
don't thank me, mate. You're the one that did the work.
Well, but I had no idea what to do. So
no, it's mate, that's an incredible story. Scary though. My middle child the other day, he had red blotches on his face, and you do that test, do you? You put the cup towards the skin, and if the blotches fade, I think you're okay, but if they don't, we were panicking. We were like, shit, I think Jack's got meningitis, and then we worry, and I think my nan had meningitis as well, and it was scary.
I had no symptoms either, no rash or no anything, all the symptoms on their own are nothing. So I had a headache, was fine. I felt dehydrated, so I was like drinking water. And you know when you got that dehydrate, wasn't doing anything. The headache was getting worse and worse and worse, and then I couldn't look at light. I was walking around in sunglasses.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, it's a bit of a random question, but just for context, like, a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being horrendous, where were you? Was it 10 out of 10?
On the pain,
Yeah.
nothing could stop it.
Wow.
So my head here, I couldn't, like, when you turned your head, pain. And I remember I was sitting in hospital and I said, because they put in morphine straight into my veins. I said, when is this morphine going to start to work? And they said 10 minutes ago. They said it should have been working 10. So the morphine wasn't touching.
Scary.
It was horrendous. Yeah.
Scary. We had that like rains and pours thing. It's definitely true. Like I remember my dad. It was the year after we got married. My dad. I did all the hedge cutting on the farm. My dad hates it. He hasn't got any patience. It's not a job for him. You know, like he's fine shearing sheep or on the silage and things like that. Anything that requires like impatience and speed, and just he loves it. But anything slow like cutting hedges, that's not his job.
No.
He just hasn't got any patience. So cutting hedges is my job that I got allocated. So obviously it's a big job with us. Like it takes like 3 months for us to cut the hedges because like on and off, like do you know what I mean? Like between milkins especially, like anyway. And one day Dad decides, you know, I fancy cutting some hedges today. I'm gonna go down and cut some hedges. And it wasn't a big job. Like it was literally down the end of the lane there. So fine, you sure you're right now, Dad? I'm happy with the machine next year. yeah, no worries. So I was in the gym myself, and Dad's gone to cut hedges, and all of a sudden, I get one of the neighbours like running into the gym, like face white as you can see, and Dad had he'd basically fallen into the hedge cutter. Yeah, so he'd like jumped out the cab because it was a big branch stuck in the hedge. So standard Dad didn't turn the PTO off, jumped off, and he went to pull the branch. Yeah, I got pictures. I got pictures on my phone. I'll clip it with this edit. But
don't.
Yeah, but he fell back into the hedge cutter, and air ambulance. Like we thought he was. I thought he was dying, to be honest with you.
So it's making me feel queasy thinking about it.
So like took loads of skin off his back. Like 3 of his fingers like chopped downwards like this, so they were just hanging off, and it was horrendous. Anyway, he managed to get into the cab, phone the ambulance, crawl out the field, stop a car. Anyway, air ambulance turns up, he gets rushed to hospital, and he's fine, by the way, obviously. but he wanted big surgery, like 12-hour surgery, and all that jazz, innit? But he was obviously off work for ages in that time, so I had to, drop all tools with the cattle strength and stuff and take over the farm. Fine, brilliant. I'm out of my comfort zone because at that time, I was working with Dad, not on my own.
Yeah.
What happened 3 days after that happens? Guess what happened? Oh, do you remember the beast from the east? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was like minus 17.
Yeah.
That came in. Oh. So literally, Dad's sitting in hospital, warm bed, cup of tea, a couple of hours. I'm at home, we're lambing, right?
Oh,
and the beast, we lamb outside as well, we don't lamb inside. So the beast from the east decided to make an appearance. I'm there on my own. Like, I was just thinking, like, what? Why is this happening? Like, do you mean it just rains and pours, isn't it? Like,
get me back in the gym. Get me back in the gym.
I remember me and my mate, Plucky, like one of my friends, Plucky, came. I'm really lucky. Like one of the boys came to help me, and like we spent like 6 hours a day. We were just like trying to unblock like pipes and stuff so the cows could drink water. Do you mean like? But back to that point. When like one, it just
one thing, everything just seems to pile up. Doesn't it? It's like it all waits for you to be something to happen, and then it all just comes in on you.
Crazy time, but you're feeling good now.
Feeling a lot better.
You've raised a bit of money and stuff. Did I see something that you've done something for charity with the meningitis? You raise awareness, is it?
I just try and raise money for like farming.
Yeah,
like issues kind
you
of thing. You
definitely raise awareness. Like I've seen loads of stuff.
I've done stuff for yellow wellies, so we've raised money for yellow wellies, which is like mental health and farm safety.
That's cool.
Kind of thing. And anyone that ever messages me about like raising money for charity, I'm always happy to help or donate and whatever my best I can.
Obviously your online presence has kicked off in the world of social media.
Yeah.
Talk me through that. How's that been? You got a big following now, haven't you? Like,
just over 40,000 followers now on Instagram, I think.
Crazy.
That not on like wasn't not forced kind of thing. I haven't been trying for it. I enjoy it. I only do it because I enjoy it. As soon as I stop enjoying it, I'll turn it off. It makes, like, I appreciate it and everything, but it makes it's not the end of the world if people don't like it.
No.
Kind of thing. So I started TikTok. I was alone, lambing. I was bored, so I went on TikTok and I was just looking through. I got 1,000 followers, and then you can go live on TikTok. So I was doing that, and then I was lying in bed one night, and I was like, "Oh, what am I going to post on TikTok? I'm going to lose all my followers. You've got to post on TikTok to keep the algorithm." And I was like, "What am I doing?
I know.
Like, what is the point in this?" So I got rid of TikTok. I've still got it. I scroll.
Yeah. Watch reels.
Watch all the good videos.
Call of Duty's.
Yeah. Xbox games on TikTok. And then so I quit TikTok and then switched over to Instagram because it's a lot more relaxed. I just post stories, and then people appreciate my honesty, and just my following has gone up.
That's cool.
I'm real, but then I would mess around, I'm like, I just always joking and whatever. So then if I say something serious, people are like, "Oh, actually, we should listen to this," because usually he's just mucking around. So it works quite well. I enjoy it. And it gets me to do stuff like this, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and back to the point, like, there's a lot of idiots on social media. So, like, I quite enjoy following pages like yourself who are real, funny, and authentic, and, like, spread the right message. I think it's important.
Yeah, and you can't take yourself too serious. Like, you can't. If you take yourself too serious, people, you'll get offended by too much stuff.
Have you ever had? You must. Surely you've had someone kick off with you about something. Surely, like, no. No, like, you haven't had any vegan activists or anything like that?
No, I don't have very little to none, because I think it's because I'm so honest and show everything. No one can argue with me because I'm not hiding anything. They're like, "Oh, well," so I show the chicken shed, and they're like, "Oh, look at them chickens," and then I just pan, and then there's like 10,000 chickens roaming around outside, and they're like, "Oh, they're outside, so..."
Yeah, they want to see them, like, in a cage, but
yeah, and I'm like,
not.
It's not. So I kind of get away with that because I actually just show it how it is.
Yeah,
and
of course.
They can't argue with me because I'm not hiding anything. As soon as you start to hide stuff or say stuff that isn't true, then that's when you come... Like, I'll never talk about dairy farming or milking because I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me. So people say, "Oh, the dairy sector is struggling. Can you talk about this?" I can't because I have no idea. Go ask Tom Pemberton.
Yeah.
He's a dairy farmer.
Of course.
Do you know, like, if the chicken sector is struggling, or the sheep or the beef, I can help you out. But anything other than that, I've got no idea.
Yeah, of course.
I do. You get abuse from other farmers being like, "You're doing that wrong. You're doing that wrong."
Like a nose. Like, I used to play rugby. You get like a rugby nose. Who knows it all? Should have played for Wales.
Yeah. But I enjoy that. So I did like a video. I've been like, "This is what it's like in a tractor. Like 2 hours in, 4 hours in, 6 hours in, 12 hours in." And then the video finished because it had already got to 45 seconds. It was long enough. People get bored. Comments on it. "Where's the other 12 hours? Why aren't you working so long?"
Shut up, John.
So my replies to all of their messages have been, "I'm not sure. I'm only a part-time farmer."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Right, okay, fair enough." Like, they can't argue with that. So I don't know what it is. It's a big... I get no abuse from anyone except other farmers.
I'm going to start abusing you. That's what I'm going to do today now.
Yeah.
It's just troll you.
Yeah. But I don't mind it though. I got, tough enough skin. I can.
Yeah, I know you do.
I can take it, and I just wind people up back. So I'm very, very lucky on that front.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever had? You must have had someone. Is anyone trying to sell you socks? Like, ask for your socks or something?
I've had, people always ask if they can buy my socks. I get sent a lot of explicit pictures.
Nah.
Male and female.
Nah.
Yeah. Which is like, it's weird.
That is very weird.
Like, that is the last thing I would ever do, is send an explicit picture to someone I have no idea who it is. I don't think I'd send it to someone I knew. Unless I thought there was something wrong. Then like, does this look right to you? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God. What did you do? How did you react to that? I don't know what to say.
Well, it depends if it looked right
Thank
or
you.
not.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't respond to them unless they're really good. I'm joking.
Pull that out. We'll edit that out, don't we? What, so if someone wants to, if I messaged you and wanted to buy your socks today, how much, what would you,
It depends. It depends if you want, like, how worn of socks you want it.
Okay.
Do you want welly socks or boot
This
socks?
conversation's taking a turn now, isn't it? But it's weird, isn't it? It's weird people
I'd
out there.
sell you a pair of socks for 50 quid. Worn
Yeah.
socks, 50 quid. No bother. Doesn't bother me at all. Like, we were talking about the other. So I bought a new car a couple of months ago, Discovery, because I think I'm fancy.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's second hand, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll start an OnlyFans to pay for this car. And I asked my wife, and she was like, yeah, you can if you want. Like, I'm thinking,
She will support you.
I've been thinking,
She wants a Discovery.
yeah, she likes that Discovery. Like, but no, I'll keep it family friendly for now. But
Until she wants a G-Wagon, then you have to step up your game or something.
she wants a Range Rover instead of a Discovery. As soon as you see that Welsh OnlyFans,
She's got to be a team player, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But like, it's a crazy world out there. I know a lot of girls, and men, but girls especially in the fitness industry, and they get some weird messages.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
It's frightening. To be honest.
I get a lot of messages. So my on social media, I'm always in shorts, wellies, whatever, because everyone's like, oh, you're only wearing shorts just because. But I get really hot. And when you wear like over leggings to keep you dry, they're boiling hot in trousers. So you wear shorts and you stay nice and cool.
I should do the exact same thing.
Yeah. So then as soon as I got jeans on, and I'm in a video with jeans, everyone's like, where's your shorts? Where's your wellies gone? They're like, what's wrong with you? So people like comment on my photos and stuff like, what brand of wellies are they? I like that. No wellies today? Why are you wearing boots? No wellies? And I'm like,
Scary, isn't it? Like, these are the kind of people, like, you can open your window one day and like they're going to be staring in, like.
Yeah. I've had, I don't know how someone got my address.
Oh, nah.
But they sent me a pocket knife. That's the one, like, I don't know.
That's a bit sketchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like one of them. It was a really good one of them Stanley ones that you put the little Stanley blades in.
Okay.
Like it was someone, because I'd done a story. I'd cut open a silage bale. I had no knife, so I was just using like a Stanley blade in my hand.
Yeah.
And I sliced my finger with it, idiot. And then like 4 days later, a Stanley pocket knife turned up.
Which is a quite nice gesture, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit sketchy as well.
And then last Christmas, I had this box. It was huge, about the size of this table, turn up, full of clothes, like really expensive farming clothes. And I was like, what is this? So obviously the companies where they came from, I was like, oh, maybe they're sending me stuff and they just want me to wear it and whatever. So I phoned them up. I was like, oh, hiya, you sent me this box of stuff. And they were like, no, that's nothing to do with us. I was like, well, can you tell me who sent it to me? It was a woman from America. Someone from, like, I don't know who it was, what her name was, I can't remember. But she was from, so, like, the return address, whatever, was America. So some American woman had bought, like, it was like £350 worth of clothes. And she'd found my address off my mum's holiday let business.
Wow.
So she'd posted my stuff to the holiday lets. And I was like, what on earth? It's weird.
Weird, but also very nice.
Very nice,
Do you know what's her name?
But like, so I never put my exact location where I live or anything, because I'm like, if people can, like, it's mental, really.
That is frightening.
Yeah.
Frightening. From like, how old are you now?
31.
And it was your idea to go into the chicken farm.
Yes. Yeah.
What? Obviously, like, speaking, I've kind of gone through it now with the gym and stuff, and like, trying to get money from banks and lending and things like that. Like, how was that? How did you? Because your investment, I think you've got quite a big project you've started there.
Yeah, 1.5 mil. A lot of money. What 2019? What would I have been? 26.
Wow.
26.
It's a hell of a thing to do at 26 years old.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah,
What was I even thinking? What
It
an
is,
idiot.
yeah.
I'm very lucky. My mum and dad said to me, do whatever you want.
Like yourself.
Do what you want, and we will support you fully. If you want to put up a chicken shed, do that. If you want to put up a pig shed, do that. If you want to put up a dairy farm, do that. Whatever you want to do, we will make sure we support you, and we'll help you. Wow. If it fails, then it's your problem to fix it, but we'll support you setting it up. So,
wow.
Yeah, very, very lucky that way. Because obviously they owned all of the farm and all the assets, so we just borrowed the money off
the farm.
Against
security.
Yeah, so without them, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But if I hadn't have done the poultry shed, I probably would have cut down my numbers on the farm and then gone and worked elsewhere. So I would have made the farm more of a hobby. And got money elsewhere. It's a big. We've kind of just done it now with with the gym, but not to the extent you've done there. And it's a hell of a process, isn't it? How long did it take you to from start to finish? Just get planning and planning took 9 months. So we went for planning in the beginning of 2019, and then the bulldozer was on site in November.
Crazy.
Which was the perfect time to put a bulldozer on a Welsh hill farm, the middle of November. Everything went over budget because it was just so wet and horrible.
I can relate to this.
COVID happened we did the site, started the site, the footings went in, and the frame of the building went up. COVID. Lockdown. Nobody wanted to come and work because we'd be close to someone else. Where the chicken shed
you've still got to make those payments.
Yeah, where the chicken shed is, it's 1,200 feet above sea level. With the closest house is 2 miles away. The shed is 140 meters long. If you don't want to be by someone, get up here and work. You work on the bottom side of the shed, and you work at the top side of the shed. When you build a chicken shed, you've got to order your birds a year in advance. So my birds were coming in June. So COVID happened. When did we get locked down? February or something? My birds are still coming in June, whether we're on lockdown or not. So I was like, you get here. So the electricians finished wiring the shed the day the birds came in, which was stressful.
I can imagine. We was exactly the same with us. To be fair to the boys, with working here, I think they left at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and then we opened on Sunday.
It's stressful, but then there's only so much you can do about it, isn't there? Some of it's out of your control. Whatever happens at the end of the day. I know you've got a deadline, but some stuff is out of your control. I've kind of relaxed a bit since then because obviously I got ill and stuff, so I'm trying to...
Gives you a bit of perspective.
Yeah, not get so stressed out about stuff, but you can see, I'm not stressed out about it anymore. I'm still paying the bank. I've got to pay the bank back. They need a lot of money, but whatever. The shed will be paid off by the time I'm 47, so I'll pay off all the money by...
That's class.
Yeah, so I'm going to Vegas for my 50th.
I'm coming.
Yeah. I'm going to take out another loan for another chicken shed to go to Vegas.
Put my name down for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, it was horrible. And I was, all these builders and people have come in and they're in their 40s and whatever, and the shed builders, mid 30s and whatever. And I'm a 26-year-old being you're doing that wrong, that needs to go there. And they're looking at me what a little prick.
Yeah.
And I'm well, I've spent a lot of money on this. If I want that there, you're putting it there kind of thing.
It's hard, isn't it? The last 2 years with me have been the biggest learning curve ever, to be honest. You don't learn anything in school that's going to help you with anything like this.
No.
That's it, unless you want to detail what photosynthesis is in the plant or something. But apart from that, Yeah, like it's you learn on the go, do you? It's crazy.
How did you find it?
Stressful.
Like, stressful.
Yeah. In terms of the project management, I think my wife Katie did most of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And we were really lucky that most of the contractors that did the work for us trained in the gym, so they were quite invested in getting the gym up. They like when they kind of, I think they wanted to be here. Like we were quite lucky.
Yeah.
You hear these horror stories where they don't turn up, but we were really blessed with good workers and they smashed it. But very stressful. Very stressful.
And what do your parents think of?
Yeah, they're similar to yours, to be honest. Like when I first started cattle strength, like 10 years ago, my dad, like at the time, it was a bit new to my dad and stuff. He didn't really think people would travel to the gym, like because we're outside big towns, so there's gyms in the towns. So he doesn't understand why people would move. So I just started slowly, and then he was always surprised by how many people turned up, and he's still surprised now. So like in a good way, like I've proved him wrong a lot, and like I've proved him wrong like in a good way, not in a bad way. He wants to be proven wrong, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I've proved him wrong like so many times that I think he kind of trusts me in my judgment now and stuff. So like with this gym, I said, I'm going to do this. This is going to work, Dad. And he's like, oh, okay, go on then. You know more than me. Like he's fine then. But he's really good. Like he supports me 100%. Like, and I wanted to be able to keep the farm as well. Do you know what I mean? So it was either we've actually gone out of milking this year. You know, like if this helps the farm, so like cattle strength will help the farm because my dad always says, you know, it's the same money at the end of the day, and it is. Do you know what I mean? Like my name's like I'm part of the business with the farm, and obviously Dad's name isn't on cattle strength, but he is like it's still part of the business as well, and they both help each other. So like, my goal is with cattle strength, I will help the farm. So when my kids are older, they've got that option where they can choose. If they want to work in the farm's still here for them. We haven't had to sell.
Yeah.
And the gym is here for them as well, and they can work in the gym. So like Harry with DS, you know, like I like to think that he's going to want to work in the gym because it's hard for him to get a job. He's not going to be able to walk into, you know, or go to university potentially. Do you know what I mean? So it's harder. So he's got that option. So that's for me like one of my biggest drivers and goals really.
Well, that's what it's a family business. And have you got any siblings?
Yeah, I got a sister. Yeah, she doesn't really want to. Like, she's not into farming and stuff. She's gone on to be a teacher. She's smashing it. But so you know, there's more pressure then on me then to want to keep the farm going and stuff.
It's a family business as well, isn't it? And now you've got a family. You almost feel a bit of a responsibility to keep that line going.
I mean, you were saying earlier about being a fifth generation farmer. You know, it kind of hit me a bit like, oh, my son will be, you know, the next generation. And you don't want to.
Yeah.
You want to give them the option, do you?
Yeah, like I always say with Griff, the farm's going to be there. He can go and do what he wants. He can go and be a lawyer in London, a ballet dancer, you know, he can go and work in the circus. He can go and do whatever he likes.
He's doing his cartwheels now and roly-polies, isn't he? So.
Yeah, he's already practicing. He can be a gymnast. He can do whatever he wants. So, but the option is always there for like... as a family business. I'm doing my best to secure their future. And if, you know, 50 years down the line, none of my children or whatever want anything to do with it, then that's just the way it goes.
But you've done your thing, haven't you?
Wouldn't mind like maybe buying more land, maybe doing a few more things, but
we'll add that to the Vegas fund when we get there.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of farmers, like these old school farmers and sons like my age, they don't let their sons or daughters do anything. So like, you know, like for example, I've got a friend who just wants to go out to contract like sheep shearing. He loves sheep shearing and he's good at it, really good. But his dad like doesn't want him leaving the farm. Like he has to be there, even if it's like there's no jobs to do in the farm that day because he's still, you know, you got to stay home and you have plenty of work at home. Yeah. Whereas he could be earning like a lot of money going out contracting, making a name for himself.
But that's the worst thing as well. They and I see it a lot. Is the old school boys? They want their children to stay at home and do the work, but then they don't let them decide what's going on the farm. They're still holding the reins, so they're just using their children as labour, really.
I know.
So fair enough. Like if you've got a son or a daughter that are interested in farming, let them have a go.
Yeah.
Even, you know, if it's just for a year, let them try it for a year. What's the worst that can happen in a year? Not nothing major that's going to
Exactly.
affect your farm, which I find is I'm really lucky, and you're in the same position as me. Our parents have let us go and take that step, take that leap and try, where a lot of parents are like, nope, this is how my dad did it, and then this is how they did it, and this is how I'm going to do it, and now you've got to do it this way. Well, come on, small farms are going to die that way.
100%.
Because you've got I know it's hard, like, it's almost going into a numbers game. Like, back 50 years ago, a family farm, it would support 3 children, the mother and the father and 3 kids, and the wife would be a housewife. Yeah. She'd just be in the house cooking all day. The father would be out farming, and the kids would be in school. Not a chance now. Every farming couple now, one's farming, one's out working. You know, either the man is out farming and the woman is working as a teacher or a nurse, or the woman's farming and the father's out working.
Yeah, I know.
Like building or as a vet or something, or do you know what I mean? It's unsustainable unless you're striving forward to do something.
Yeah, or pushing the big numbers.
Big numbers.
Which is, once you're in, then you're in. It's hard to, there's big pressure that comes with that, isn't it?
And do you really want, like...
Yeah.
I thought, I'll get more land and up my numbers and this. And then I'm like, but then that's all I'll be doing. I'll have no family time. I'll have no time to muck around. I like mucking around. Yeah. Everyone wants to muck around.
Go to the pub.
I want to play football.
Yep.
I want to be chasing sheep around on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You work to live, not live to work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the chicken shed. That's 4 hours every single day, all year round. That's still like Christmas morning. I'm away. I'm in the chicken shed 8:30 till 11:30 on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as that chicken shed finishes, I don't want to do nothing else. I'll feed the cows, obviously, and the sheep, but I don't want to be doing nothing else. I want to spend time opening my presents off Santa.
Eating mince pies.
Drinking as much beer as physically possible.
What's that girl from America got you this year?
Yeah. Oh. It's hard.
Yeah. No, I know. No, like, hats off to you, mate. Like, it's impressive. Like, to take a big risk like that, and what you've gone through and things, it's impressive. Like, you should take your hat. You should give yourself a tap on the back.
I don't know. My thing is, I've got a very short attention span. Like, I always need to be doing something. So I'm always wanting to do this, do that. So now I've built the chicken shed. The chicken shed's going, and I'm like, right, what can I do next?
Yeah, I think that's an entrepreneurship thing, isn't it?
I don't know if it's an entrepreneurship thing. It's just like, I don't know.
You're looking for a problem to solve all the time.
Yeah, I've got like itchy feet somehow, and I'm like, what can I do? What's my next thing I can do? What's this? Like,
I heard there's a little rumor on the rumor mill that there might be the farm shop on the agenda, the planning list.
Yeah, well, maybe yes. Yeah, so that will be probably my next project.
That'd be class.
So where the farm is right on the main road. So the main road from South Wales to North Wales, the A470. Bump.
Class.
The main farm is right on the side of the road. My grandfather owns a pub right on the side of the road.
Class.
And he's got a huge car park and an old building there. It's where Laura Ashley's originally started. So it's probably about the same size as this building you've built here.
The whole gym?
Yeah, it's probably same length, not as tall, obviously.
Oh, so you got big space then?
Big space, yeah. So I'd like to make like a farm shop and a cafe.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, because there's nothing.
What would you call it?
That Welsh farm shop.
Brilliant.
Nobody steal that. I've got that written down.
Yeah, we're not stealing anything.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's a spa in the village.
What, as in a spa, as in like a...
No, spa, S-P-A-R,
well, yeah, as in like,
spa shop.
Not like a...
Not a spa, not like a sauna. Oh, no, nice. There's a spa shop, spa, and a post office, and it's the busiest ever. It's just non-stop selling sandwiches, brilliant stuff. So I want to tap into that, and then have my little cafe as well, because it's right next to the school. Say you do the drop off, and then you go over to the farm shop for a cake and a coffee and gossip.
Amazing.
And then I can hear all the gossip that's going on.
Yeah.
And then what I was thinking of doing, so once a month, there would be like a farmer's breakfast. So put a group on Facebook and say, right, this Friday is the farmer's breakfast. Anyone, local farmers or whatever, come down. Every breakfast you buy, the same amount of money gets donated to like a farming charity.
Amazing.
So then it just brings all the farmers off farm to come in and have a chat and, talk about what's going on. So like that every once a month, that Friday morning is big breakfast, all for, or you can have scrambled egg on toast or whatever you want. But you come in, whatever you buy, I'll donate the same amount to charity, a farming charity. Yeah.
Such a good idea.
To get people off the farm. And then, the farm shop, just keep everything local. Have a big map on the wall and say, all your lamb have come from here, all your beef has come from in here, your eggs have come from here specifically, because it'll only be my eggs being sold in the farm shop.
Put my name down. I once that opens, I'm coming.
Yeah, and then we've got holiday lets. Mum's got 3 houses and my sister's got 2. So then I do like basket meals. So like you can buy a steak night hamper. So then it's whatever, like 40 quid. And in there you've got your steak, your mushrooms, your wine, your chips. And then you take that up and you cook it in your holiday. Or you can have your breakfast basket. And
brilliant.
Just to...
No, sounds good, mate.
Yeah,
sounds
or
good.
like a date night basket, innit? And whatever.
So like a DVD and a... Do they still do DVDs?
Blu-ray, is it? a one night Netflix pass. And then I'd get some merchandise and stuff in there. And
put some cattle strength tops up there.
Yeah. I got some Welsh farmer hats. And I don't sell them. I just give them away.
You forgot yours today to bring in, did you?
Well, I did.
I was waiting for that cap.
I was going to bring one as well. And I forgot 2 things today: the cap and a towel.
You can borrow a towel, mate. But next time you come in, you bring in a cap. I'm coming to that farm shop for that cap.
Just for a hat, yeah.
Oh, thanks, Yos. No, it's been a pleasure talking to you, mate. Absolute pleasure. If anyone wants to find you, where can they find you?
Just on Instagram, it's _Welsh_farmer. I'm the king of Wales, so king of Welsh farming, I call myself.
No, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.